Greetings viewers, this is Moncho Maverick coming to another video. And yes, it has been a minute. I will say the holidays have been busy on my end, so I do apologize for that. Not making excuses, just want to be honest. Speaking of holidays, I hope you all had a great holiday season, and of course, Happy New Year. And to start off 2025, we have this bad boy over here. Today we're going to be reviewing the Neo Zeon MSN-04 Sazabi version Ka Master Grade by Bandai. For those who are familiar with my channel, this is how the review goes. I go a little bit about the, I won't say biography, but origin of the mobile suit itself, talk about the box, the figure, and of course the good, the bad, and everything else in between. In other cases, if I have a kit that I am building the process, you will see a series of videos of the unboxing, the parts, and of course the full figure. But in this case though, I've already built this figure, and this figure was built prior to the beginning of this channel. So, with all that being said, let's get straight to the origin of the Sazabi. The Sazabi was introduced in Mobile Suit Gundam Char's Counterattack. It is piloted by Char Aznavour. You can say the rival of Amuro Ray, who piloted the RX-93 the granddaddy Gundam, if you will, and of course piloted the Nu Gundam, which I made a review video of that kit just not too long ago, so link down below for that. After Char Aznavour returned as the leader of his own Neo Zeon faction in UC-0093, he ordered his engineers to create a new mobile suit which would fit his piloting skills and new type powers. The result was the MSN-04 Sazabi, which was later built by the Luna-based contractor Anaheim Electronics. Since Char is a new type, the Sazabi was equipped with 6 funnels which the pilot could control through his cycle waves via a Psycommu system. The Sazabi was also the first mobile suit to be equipped with a revolutionary new cycle frame cockpit. This system featured microscopic Psycommu receiver circuits installed throughout a mobile suit's internal frame and cockpit walls. During Char's second Neo Zeon movement, Char led defensive actions against Lando Bell. As Char's Neo Zeon did not have the manpower or the resources to fight extensive battles to claim territory, they instead relied on the strategy of accelerating asteroids and dropping them on the Earth to create a nuclear winter. Lando Bell would launch his forces and attempt to destroy the asteroids, but they were aggressively guarded by the AMS-119 Garadoga mobile suits of Neo Zeon and led by the MSN-03 Jagandoga and Char's MSN-04 Sazabi. In one of the earlier asteroid drops, Char would use his MSN-04 Sazabi to battle Amuro Ray in his RGZ-91 REGZ. However, the REGZ was not able to keep up with the more powerful Sazabi and was nearly destroyed. Char battled Amuro Ray again when this time Amuro was in a much more, you could say, equal machine or equal mobile suit while he was piloting the RX-93 Nu Gundam. The battle between Amuro Ray and Char Aznavour would carry them across and through asteroid access in a battle reminiscent of their final duel in the 1-Year War. Although Char was an excellent pilot, he was ultimately defeated by Amuro, who severely damaged the Sazabi and captured Char's escape pod. The wreckage of the Sazabi would remain on the outer surface of asteroid axis for years. Later, Anaheim Electronics used data from the Sazabi and the Nu Gundam as a basis for the MSN-06S Sinanju Stein, which I actually did a review video on that one recently. Go check that out, link down below. And also later give rise to the MSN-06S Sinanju, which I did. That was my first review video of this channel. the real grade Sinanju. Be sure to check that out. Link down below. And along with the Sinanju, the RX-0 Unicorn Gundam, which I did real grades reviews on both the Unicorn and the Banshee. Links also down below. Now that's enough of the origin of the Sazabi. Quite detailed actually, because again, this is the original rival of the main protagonist of a Gundam series. Amuro Ray, of course, being the main protagonist, and Char Aznavour being the antagonist. But I do recommend Mobile Suit Gundam Origins, where they talk about Char Aznavour's upbringing. And actually, Char Aznavour not being his real name. His real name is actually Casval Ram Delkin. He actually picked up Char Aznavour by adopting that name while he and his sister were staying at a farm through an adoptive parent. That parent had a son named Char Aznavour. But in order to hide his true identity, he actually switched flights with the original Char Aznavour, but that flight that Char was in, that flight, well, it was destroyed. And people mistakenly thought that Casval actually died on that plane crash, but no, it was someone else. So Casval adopted the name Char Aznavour and became that Char ever since. Just a little addition to the origin of the pilots of the Sazabi. Again, highly recommend take a look at Mobile Suit Gundam Origins, or just anything that involves Char. I highly recommend that. But with all that being said, let's get straight to the box. So as you can tell, this is a version KA master grade, and I've done a couple of version KA reviews recently, and of course this is no different. One thing I do want to add is, even though this is a master grade, this box is bigger than many master grade model kits. So you can expect this to be quite large, but more on that later. But as you can see here, we have the mobile suit on our right, the Bandai symbol on the bottom right, UC0993 Neo Zeon, and the constructor Anaheim Electronics. So if we get a closer look, you can see here that the specification, model number MSN-04, height 23 meters, weight 3.5 tons, material Gundarium alloy, armaments diffused mega particle cannon in its waist, beam short rifle, beam tomahawk, beam sabers, shield, funnels, and long rifle. So, if we go on this side, here are the parts that come with this kit: the shield, the tomahawk, the beam sabers, the funnels, the beam short rifle. I believe that one is it. And where's the other one? Oh, and the long rifle. Oh, so this is the long rifle. This is the beam short rifle. So you can see here, here's a mobile suit, a front view, a back view, the head. This kit actually have hands that actually individually can articulate. So more on that later. Backpack that carries the funnels. The feet, some parts of the kit that can actually extend and show some inner frame. So this side here, it's just like the front. On this side, more poses of the Sazabi. And if you do see some discoloration, this box did get slightly damaged, so sorry about that. But if you look here, this cost 9,000 yen or 90 USD or United States dollars. So if you get this for $9, I say it's a good deal. And outside, just like the front. So that's enough about the box. But a couple of things that come with this kit. You have your washer decals, and I have already cut a few pieces out, so I will show that momentarily. But the way how these are is you need to get a utility knife or a X-Acto knife, and you just need to carefully cut the decals out. You gotta soak them in water, and they will just peel off of this blue back paper. Once it peels off, then you place them on the kit where they need to be. I will say I don't do that too often because these dry up pretty fast, so you could be very careful with them. So just a heads up. You also get some spare extra PC parts. And of course you get the manual, which unfortunately it is just slightly damaged, but still not too bad. Still can be read. I just got something else here I will show in a minute. So if you open up, you get all the poses. One thing I do want to show is this here. This is a LED that I believe did not come with this kit. That is separate. So if you can find a master grade LED unit, in which I will show one later, that would be perfect for this kit. And I highly recommend you do pick one up if you can. But over here you get a figurine of Charles Asimov. You get the pilot figurine as well. Got more specs. Here's the Nu Gundam, the Sinanju Stein, the Sinanju, the RX-03 Unicorn Gundam. And here you have all the parts, all the runners. You got A through, looks like R2, A through R here, and you got the T runners. So many pieces, many runners to come with this kit. So starts off with a torso, and the waist, part of the waist over here. That's the charge particle units, and that's where the LED unit is going to go inside the chest piece. The head, the arms. And this is what I mean that the hands are individually articulated so the fingers can move independently. You can even make a closed fist. The shoulders. Now this is the waist. More on the waist. The legs. Of course, the legs are always very detailed in many of these kits. The backpack. All the weapons, the beam shot rifle, the long rifle, the shield, the beam tomahawks, and the beam sabers. And over here, it shows you that this kit also comes with some effect parts, and you can attach them to this beam tomahawks. Over here shows you how to put in the LED unit, and of course, if you have a proper action baits, which I will show later, you can also have this attachment as well. And also this has a transformation system. So just like the Nu Gundam in my review video, there's a transformation. Just so it shows you all the steps for that. It also shows you that the bazooka of the Sinanju Stein you can use to combine with the long rifle. And this is where all the decals go. And a color chart. And that's it for the manual. But quickly, I just want to show you that this is the Char pilot figurine. Now, many kits, actually the pilot actually goes inside of the mobile suit, but not in this case. So this one actually comes out in this little sphere cockpit. So this is what you get outside of the mobile suit, which is a little bit interesting. Not all kits do this. But that's enough of the what comes with this box. But let's get straight to what everyone's waiting for. The kit, the figure. And here we have the Master Grade 1/100th scale Neo Zeon MSN-04 Mobile Suit Sazabi version KA. And I must admit, I really love this kit. I enjoyed building it. I enjoyed the presence of it. This is by far one of my favorite Master Grades I've ever built. Just the presence alone is quite undeniable. I mean, I know the Sazabi was quite iconic in the Mobile Suit Gundam Char's counterattack. And of course, Char Asnabal is by far one of the most iconic characters in Mobile Suit Gundam, well, anime history. But this one really sticks out. It sticks out a lot more than his Zaku 2, might I add. This is definitely much bigger of an upgrade than the Zaku, and nothing against Zaku's, it's just Zaku's tend to be, at least me personally, just as iconic as mobile suits as Zaku's are. They're just a bit more like grunt mobile suits, and don't try to judge me based on my opinion on the comments down below, but I'm just saying, my opinion, that's it. But that aside though, I really do like this. I will say it is a little bit bulky than what I would to envision, but I can understand why. I mean, the Sazabi was quite bulky in Char's counterattack, so I can completely understand. But hey, you know, I can't deny that this has a really nice presence to it. Even the proportions, bulky aside, it is quite proportional, quite accurate, so I can't be angry about that either. But also, because it's the version KA version, there's a different shades of red here. If you can see here, this red here and that red there is a bit darker, more like crimson color than the other red shades here. There's some lighter, darker red shades, so I'm kind of intrigued by that one. In Char's counterattack, there are no different shades, they're all the same color. So version K definitely does have that. During my review for the Master Grade Nu Gundam, I did mention that there were different shades of gray and white, so obviously this should be no different, but still though, I still like it. I like the contrast of different colors and different shades, so I say it all works well. That aside though, the black of course works well, the gray, even the yellow for the waist section, that works well also. One thing I will add, I did do some customized painting on this kit specifically, and I will show that momentarily. But specifically, I did spray paint like a silver, very light gunmetal to some of the inner frame, and I will show that again very soon. But all that aside though, I really do like the way how this turned out. It's bulky, it's nice, it's proportioned. All around, I'll say it's a really good way of how this kit was designed. So Bandai really knocked this out of the park. Now to show you all the articulation of the Sazabi, let's start. So let's start with the head. I'm going to be very careful with this. Only moves left and right ever so slightly, and does go up and down. The visor does open slightly, so let me see if I can get a closer look. So if you see this, it does open a little bit, so not too much, but it's pretty nice. And I wonder if I can actually show. I'll do that. Another thing too is the chest piece. Oop, that's not supposed to snap off, but really this is supposed to open up a little bit. And it will show more of the inner frame of the silver here. The waist does rotate 180 degrees. Well, it's supposed to rotate 180 degrees. There we go. Actually, can do a whole 360 if you're careful. The arms can rotate all around. The shoulders, that can extend. That can extend. Elbows, pretty nice. The arms can rotate. The hands can rotate. And this is not, and even though the hand came off, there's one thing I do want to show very quickly is that I've been seeing other people, but they mentioned that the hands do come off very easily. So it's not just my kit. Apparently other people have received the same reaction. So just give you a full warning on that one. The hands do come off quite easily. One thing I've read is that if you just put some super glue around here, but let it dry. Don't put super glue and then put it back in. No, just put some glue around there. Keep it out, let it dry, wait a few minutes, an hour, whatever, and then put that back in. That way, it doesn't easily come off or it gets removed. So just give you a heads up on that one. So yeah, don't put super glue there and immediately put it there. Wait a little bit, let the glue to dry, then put it back in. But since I have the hand off, these hands are just like the Nu Gundam and the Sinanju Steins. These all can individually move. Big plus there. I'm really happy that Bandai did that for the version KA kits. So yeah, they all can easily move like so. And because this is a excuse me, because this is a ball joint, oh, and the thumb move back and forth too. This can move all around. Excuse me, throws a little bit dry. The waist skirts can move up like so. So that way you can move the leg forward, move the leg back. Oop, that came off. To show here too, if you look where my finger's at, you can actually pivot the legs forward like so. Both sides can do that. And then we'll put this on later. But yes, you can move this leg forward. You get a nice little knee bend, like so. The ankles can swivel back and forth. The feet can move just a little bit forward. The heel can move a little bit forward. The toes can as well. You can move up. That's about it, because these things here are just a little bit in the way to do more ankle movements, but still not bad. Let's see if I can knock that. There we go. And back here, these tend to fall off quite easily too. But this is the backpack. These are for the fin funnels. These can actually, if you just extend these just slightly and open these up, you can actually open them like so. And the fin funnels can, each one of these can actually come out. And they all can open like so. So each one of these 6 can actually do that. And there's more that silver in a frame that I painted in here. And of course, just close this up and close that. And that's about it for articulation. I want to take this opportunity to actually show the weapons that come with this kit. First off is this long rifle, and I did add some of the water slides that come with this kit. So, water seals. I'm sorry, and I did add one towards the front of the gun and one on the back. Same thing on the other side. So very nice. This can rotate just a little bit. And this can also move up and down as well. This can open up. And I will show a reason why very shortly. And also this right here. This is this is where the hand goes. So both of these hands have a little peg that actually goes inside here. So what you need to do is you need to move that out with your nail or what have you. And bring this up a bit closer. So right here is actually the other piece. So if you can just, that moves down like so. It's going to be something like this. And it does take some finagling, so do bear with it. But basically, it's going to hold up something like this. And since I'm here, might as well show the other weapon. It's actually underneath both hands. So if you look here, those two are actually beam sabers. So this actually comes with 2 beam saber effect parts. It goes in something like this. So similar to the Sinanju Stein, the Sinanju Stein was on the outside of the wrist, whereas these are on the inside of the wrist. And you can actually take these out, like so. And they also have the peg here that you can just move out either way. And you can have the Sazabi hold, like so. Like that. So you do have some options with the beam sabers here. Next is the beam shot rifle, and I would say this is more, I would say sleek than the beam rifle was, but there's not much is there. This is the only thing that actually moves. Also, this moves here just a little bit, but I kind of like this a little bit more than the rifle there that I showed a few seconds ago, because I think this stands out more personally. And just like the beam rifle and the beam sabers, extend that out. Of course, this goes inside the hole there for the hand. So, same thing. But I kind of like this as well, just because this is all black, whereas many beam rifles and many kits are a gray or dark gray. This is all black, so I kind of like this standing out a little bit more. And also the red works well with the black too, so I really do like the way how this turned out. And second to last is the iconic shield. Now this is a water seal also, so just be careful with the water decals. I know I mentioned it in my previous videos from the Nu Gundam and the Sinanju Stein, I'm pretty sure, but you just need to soak these in water, and once the paper come off after you cut the piece you want to apply, then you put the piece, that water seal, onto where they need to go. So just be very careful. But yeah, this is pretty nice. Use the Zeon symbol there, so I like that. And this shield is actually pretty big for a master grade. I mean, yeah, it's pretty nice. I think this is even big, as big if not bigger than other master grades, just by the shield alone. So I really like that. But the shield, just like the kit, has some couple of shades here and here, and these sides are a little bit darker, more like a crimson red, and the lighter red around the black, and even some yellow there and there. On the inside, just gunmetal gray, black for hidden missiles or hidden rockets there, and this attachment piece here, and it's actually going to go right here. It can go on either arm. So right there, it's going to connect to this piece on the forearm, and it's going to hold on just like that. And last but certainly not least, we have the beam tomahawks. Now this, I really like how this is, because you can have a few ways how to deal with this. Personally, you can either you can actually separate this like so, and this can be held in either hand. Just put them through here or here. You can also close it like so. So you do have a couple of options of how this should be held in the hand. And this also comes with some effect parts. You have these. Like so. And also, just like the beam sabers, you can actually put a beam saber effect part in the middle, like that. Another effect part that also comes with for the beam tomahawks, and personally is my favorites, are these. like so. The reason why these are my favorite is because this can actually be stored inside the shield. So if you get this out, so if you were to lift this up, you see there's a slit there, there's a peg there, and you just need to take your beam tomahawks, and it doesn't matter which way you want to put in, so there's a hole there, just need to put that in there, move that back down, and you can put this back here like so, and you have a shield weapon with some effect parts. Might be a little heavy, not gonna lie, but still nice, nonetheless. But yes, that's about it for all the weapons that come with the Sazabi. Now it's time for some side-by-side comparisons. So here's the Sazabi right beside with the Master Grade 1/100 scale Sinanju Stein version KA. So yes, the Sazabi is a little bit taller. Be sure to check out the review video for this guy over here. Here it is beside the Master Grade Unicorn Gundam. So yeah, the Sazabi is still a little bit taller, and this is the Unicorn Gundam, and it's a NATD mode, which means a new type destroy mode. Here it is beside its real grade version, the real grade Sazabi. So definitely a big difference. The real grades are 1/144 scale, and of course the Master Grade is 1/100 scale. So definitely a big difference there, but really do like the way how the real grade and Master Grade are compared. And to show how this compares to a perfect grade, here is beside, let me back out a little bit, there we go, the Sazabi beside the perfect grade Strike Gundam. So yes, most Master Grades, there's a big difference between Master Grade and Perfect Grade. Perfect Grade is a 1/60th scale, Master Grade is a 1/100 scale. But still though, this is a bigger than the average Master Grade kit, the Sazabi. So you can tell that there is a difference between this and of course the Perfect Grade Strike Gundam over here. And last but certainly not least, here it is beside its rival, the Master Grade version KA Nu Gundam. Check out the review video for this guy. So yeah, Sazabi is still a bit bigger, wider, and just a little bit taller, but still though, it is quite nice to see the two going at it, Amuro Ray versus Char Aznavour. And that's it for side-by-side comparisons. At this time, I would like to show some different features that the Sazabi can actually do or is a part of. For starters, is actually one of the things that actually comes with this beam rifle. There's a little transformation that comes with this. I didn't show earlier because it actually deals with the hybrid bazooka that belongs to the Sinanju Stein, and I want to do the comparison before I do this. So, for starters, actually there's one thing I did forget about the beam rifle is that this does extend, like so. But you actually do need to do that. So, you actually need to move this piece as well. So I'm going to move that to the side. You're going to open this up. And you're going to take the hybrid bazooka, and this comes with the Sinanju Stein. Be sure to check that video out. And this was the most recent review for the Sazabi, so yep, check that out. you will actually need to remove these. Move that to the side. So this is going to go, this piece here, it's going to go inside there. It's going to be something like this, like so. And this right here, this hole in here is going to go underneath here. So there we go. And then you can close this up. There we go. Oops. And yeah, it's going to be something like this. Another feature that I would like to show, just like the Nu Gundam, if you would take the backpack out, it does take some finagling, so you actually can take this piece out. There we go. And if you can remove this head piece, not just the head, but the upper body too. So move that to the side. If you go underneath here, this kit does not come with it, so you actually need to get a LED separately. You just need to place it inside here. And of course, flip that on. And unfortunately, the LED does not work. I tried to test this out. It was working just fine the other day, but tested it out before I reviewed this video, and unfortunately, it no longer works, so I may need a new battery. But anyway, you just need to put that there, and you can close this back up. The only downside about this is you need to move this entire piece again to shut off the LED. So just that one downside, but yes, this does have a space for an LED light. One of the biggest features about this kit that I really do enjoy is similar to the Nu Gundam, is that this kit also comes with a transformation. So to start, the chest piece, this piece where my finger's at, does move down, and this can move slightly up. Not much there. But for the arms, this does move up like so, and this does extend just a little bit. I know I'm struggling a little bit, but it's been a while since I actually, there we go, transformed this kit, so some of the areas might be a little bit tight. Best way to transform this part is that you just move these down, like so. And as for the forearm, these actually extend. There we go. There we go. And next one is the waist. These just extend out like so. I do the other arm off camera. And as for the side skirts, these just move down, so this can extend, and then you can move it out again. So push that down and push this back out. Now the back skirt is when things get a little bit more complicated. The thing about this one is if you just pull these down, there you go. Then you can move the thrusters. This was in, so you can move it out like so. And as for the legs, you can extend that out. Then you can move that up. And even in this kit I built years ago, I can tell that some of the joints are a little bit loose, so that's why I'm a little bit struggling at the moment. But for the back of the legs, you can actually move these up. This is what I mean that the inner frame is a little bit silver. This is all I painted. Painted here as well. Painted here. Inside the forearm. Inside the shoulders. And here is the Sazabi in its transformation state. It's actually kind of nice. I don't mind it too much. It's just that it doesn't seem like it transformed that much. It just extended some of its parts in his legs, and his waist, and his shoulders, a little bit of his arms. So it's not too dramatic, but yeah, the fact that I did paint the inner frame a little bit, it did make it stand out. So I'm thankful I did that, because I believe that when you get this kit, it's only just like a light gunmetal. So if you just paint over like silver, it really makes it stand out a lot more. So I highly recommend you do that, or else you're just going to see just different shades of gray. And so I don't think it's going to stand out that much. So I'm happy with the way how this turned out. But yeah, it's a little nice little shelving piece if you were to showcase in the frame a little bit in this transformation state. So I'll say that's not bad, but other than that, if you're going to pose it, I keep it as the non-transformation state. My personal opinion. For those who have some action-based one, such as this, or something similar, they would come with attachment for this. This attachment is actually supposed to go underneath the backpack. You can see it's going to go inside there. You can see something, and with that attachment, something like this can happen. And here's the Sazabi attached to a action base. And even something like this, I'll highly recommend an action base for the Sazabi, just because it is a little bit bulky. It is something that I feel like some of the joints have been a little bit loose, so I would say an action base is definitely proper. I would still think that with some finagling, with some patience, you can get the Sazabi in good poses without an action base. But even this, I think it would just make things a little bit easier. So if you have one, I highly recommend you pick one up. Just make sure that something like this can occur. Now it's time for the main question about this kit. Is this a kit worth getting? Now, before I answer that question, as you all know, it's time for me to discuss the good, the bad, and the everything else in between. So let's start with the good. The good is the size. This is by far one of the bigger master grades that I have, and actually one of the bigger master grades that I've seen so far. The average master grade is just a little bit smaller than this, so the fact that this stands out has a really nice presence to it, so I'll give it that. Another good are the proportions. I would say, yes, this kit is a little bit bulky, but the Sazabi is a bulky mobile suit anyway, so I'll say it does work well with that one. Nothing seems too big or too out of the way, so I'll give it that. Color scheme wise, another plus. Bandai did not need to use different shades of red or black or gray for that matter. But you know what? It works well. It does make this kit stand out. I really do enjoy it. I give it that as well. The accessories, the shield, the tomahawks, the beam rifle, the beam cannon, the beam shotgun. All that is really nice. For accessory wise, is another big plus. Another plus that I don't mention too often is the price. Now, the reason why I don't mention the price too often, because of course the price can fluctuate. But in this case, I just checked this out recently, and the price is, I would say, still average. When I got this, it was 90 USD or United States dollars. So I would say if you can get this kit around that price, I'd say it's worth it. So that's a big plus for me personally. Yes, it is a little bit more than the average master grade, of course, depending on which kit you pick up. But for $90, I say it's worth it, me personally. Another plus is articulation-wise. I would say for what you can get out of this kit, articulation is pretty good. Now, on the other side though, and I'm going to lean into the bad for this one, segue into the bad, is yes, articulation is good, but it's also a little bit limited because of its bulk. So it's a good thing, bad thing kind of thing there. So I would say is okay. You could pose this in various poses with or without the action base. Of course, I mentioned that if you have one, great. If not, pick an action base up. Another good thing that I just thought of is the transformation. Transformation was not part of Charles' counterattack, and nothing that I've seen. But the fact that this came with a transformation, Bandai did not need to do that, but you know what? It worked out. So I'll give it that. Now, one bad thing I'll mention, and I think this is me personally, because I'm not the best at it, are the water seals. Now, this kit does come with these water decals, and all you gotta do is just cut these out, soak it in water, and once it's actually once this blue piece is removed properly, then you can place the decal on the Sazabi. Well, I'm not the best at it, unfortunately. The one on the shield I do like, so I'm glad that that is still on. But the couple pieces I had on the beam rifle here, it actually unfortunately came off. So whether that is me not being so used to that, or me not being as careful, I want to give you a warning of that one right now. While this is not for everyone, if you are very detailed, if you are very skilled at, awesome. If not, I recommend you don't do that. But that's just my personal take. It's nothing bad about the kit. It's just more so of a warning. Another bad thing about this kit, and I am unsure whether because of the time. Like I said early in this video, that I got this kit years ago, and this was already built before I made this channel. But some of the joints are a little bit loose. So just be careful of that. I'm unsure because this has been in storage for quite some time, or that's just in general of this kit specifically. I cannot say. But just a warning that you may get some loose joints, which, as I stated before, that there is good articulation. However, because of the loose joints, you may be a little bit careful. So that's why I wouldn't say it's good or bad. It's definitely in between there. Articulation and joints. So just be careful on that one. Another bad is, and this happened a few times, a piece of the race skirt came off, and the left hand specifically, was very loose. It came off as well. I did mention that if you would just soak that in the ball joint for the wrist, if you would soak that in some super glue, or just put a little bit of extra thin cement here, just let that dry and then put it back in the wrist of the forearm, then it should be okay. But obviously be very careful about that one. This kit, all in all, I would not say is old. Definitely, it's within the past 10 years. But just be careful. That's all I got to really say. So, with all that being said, the good and the bad and everything else in between, is this a kit worth getting? Absolutely. With all the things I just mentioned, I still think this is a great kit. It has a nice presence. I have fun building it. And every other person I've seen that has this kit always recommends picking this up. It's one of the best master grades I've seen. And with all the accessories, all the things that come with the kit, the transformation, all that stuff, I think this is the kit worth getting. The real grade that I've done a review on, be sure to check that out. That one I believe came after the master grade, so it's a little bit better. But for master grade, I think this is actually pretty good. And the box itself, I'm still stunned that the box size of this kit is almost the same size as some perfect grade boxes. So I'll give it that. But can't deny the size of the box because this is a pretty big master grade. So yes, if you haven't done so, I highly suggest you pick this guy up. Thank you all for watching. This has been a kit I've been meaning to review for quite some time now. It is definitely one of my favorite kits I've ever built, and based on some reviews I've seen about it, it's one of many people's favorite kits as well. So I'm just happy that I finally got around to review this kit. I hope you all enjoy this video. I hope that what I've done in review and what I've said about this kit help you decide to either pick this up or even not. It's, again, totally up to you. But if you're fans of Gundam, or Gunpla, or even just a model kit builder enthusiast, then again, I highly recommend picking this guy up. So with all that being said, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell for more video updates. The links of kits that I mentioned during this review are down below. Also, my socials are down below, Instagram and Reddit. There are two videos here. One's most recent, and one is a video that YouTube decided to see if YouTube picked out for your liking. So again, thank you all for watching, and until next time, keep on building.